Hello everybody, welcome back to another grounded video. Last episode we just got done with the Hedge lab, so now it is a perfect time to go see Burgle as well as head home. I am recording this video back to back with the previous one, so I won't actually know how well the previous video did, as far as like how much you guys liked the editing on it. The Hedge Lab, despite the multiple tapes, is pretty weird because it is just kind of a lot of like fighting not all that tough enemies, and also gives you like a crap ton of food and bandages. Like, I have 8 granola bars and 7 fiber bandages, one of which I think I crafted, and that was just because the game was like, kept yelling at me to. So yeah. But, so, yeah. And for those wondering, we've just made it back to the house. But for those wondering, I have beaten the game, and I have played the game. I actually just beat the game with my dad, earlier today. But yeah, so I mean, if it wasn't obvious by me knowing where things are, I have in fact completed the game. So yeah, now we are able to go over and visit Burgle. And here we are at Burgle, where we will be able to tell him or give him the new chip.
Always happy to see a repeat customer. How can I help you today?
I found a super chip.
You made it back in one piece. How unexpected. You are more resourceful than I thought. Hand it over and we can see what data Dr. Tully backed up upon it. Processing. This is the Hedge super chip. Forgive me, I forgot to mention the nasty spiders before I sent you up there. I hope they were not too much trouble. Ha ha! I am feeling much more like myself. Take it from me, there's nothing quite like a reverse lobotomy. Thank you.
Anything new to tell me about?
Now, what is it you were wanting to know? Oh yes, the location of the other super chips. There are 4 labs throughout the yard, each with a super chip. The Hedge Lab, the Pond Lab, the Haze Lab, and the Black Ant Lab. And you have already made it through the hedge, so now on to the others. I will mark the locations of the super chips in those labs. Please find them and return to me so we can figure out how to repair the spacer. Oh, before you leave, check out the new recipes in the ASL Terminal Science Shop. That could be helpful for some of the tougher challenges.
I have some questions for you.
Ask away, my friend.
Tell me about the other labs.
Which lab would you like to discuss?
The Hedge Lab.
After the Oak Lab, the Hedge Lab was the next to be constructed. Originally, we used it to observe and survey all of the wildlife and resources of the yard from a safe vantage point. After our encounters with the arachnids of the hedge, Dr. Tully's curiosity led us to experiment on spider silk, an extremely durable and strong material. The goal of our experiments there was to find other practical uses for it. The Pond Lab is, as the name suggests, located at the bottom of the Tully's koi pond. You will need to take a swim to reach it. As to the science conducted there, Dr. Tully has long had a fascination with Brussels sprouts. He thought that an underwater lab would be the perfect environment for the cultivation of new superfoods.
The Haze Lab.
Dr. Tully was
Cat.
to discuss. Dr. Tully was interested in the medicinal properties of fungus and bulbs at miniature scale. were hoping for a breakthrough by engineering a new type of fungus. Unfortunately, the experiment did not work quite the way Dr. Tully was hoping. Our fungus ended up spreading rapidly and infected the nearby insect life. If you are headed that direction, I would recommend bringing a gas mask. And watch out for the infected.
The Black Ant Lab.
The Black Ant Lab is located underground near the sandbox. This remote location was chosen by Dr. Tully to do experiments with the newly discovered raw science particle, which has the occasional tendency to explode. Alas, a horde of black ants took over the lab and made a huge mess of the place. You can find the entrance in the stinky pile of garbage. Alternatively, if you have the right gear, there is a second entrance in the sandbox. If you see black ants, follow them, and they will lead you back to their anthill.
Never mind.
Can I help you today?
Goodbye, Burgle. So yeah, on top of the super chip that we got, we've also got the super duper. So we can go ahead and implement a chip into that. And now we can duplicate anything up to 1000 material. So like the Omniant is too expensive and so are some of the other stuff. But currently we don't really need to duplicate anything. But this is a really effective thing in multiplayer. So yeah. I did not realize that all this was here. I am absolutely gonna take all this. Okay, anyways, now we can look at the ASL terminal. Oh boy. Where we have some things that we can craft. But we also have some things we can buy. So we have 7,500 raw science. So we are absolutely going to buy zip lines, as they are super, super useful. Ladders, I don't find to be useful at all. And then we have the foundations and fortified bases. I think Heat Shield wouldn't be bad, but currently we already have 2 mutations. So I think we will go ahead and do both Pebble Foundations and fortified bases. So yeah. That was weird. Yep, so now we have zip lines and fortified bases. So we have some sturdy walls and that kind of stuff, as well as some pillars. And a stem half floor. As well as pebblet stuff, which is really nice. Yes, Miss Moon. But yeah, so now that the Hedge Lab has been completed and we have some of our new stuff, I may do some building, but probably not this episode. I might do some building in between episodes, I'm not entirely sure. Let us go ahead and construct a brittle whetstone and a brittle plating. I mean, technically we can convert all those over there, but, and then we can also build a smithing station to be able to upgrade our stuff with, which would be nice. So let's go ahead and convert the rest of our, because the actual marble shards and that kind of stuff aren't used in anything, because there's actually a limited quantity in the yard. So yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade our aphid slippers, because that also repairs them. Then we will go ahead and upgrade those to level 2. And so marble is used to upgrade armor, and then to upgrade weapons is whetstones. There we go. Just get this straight up to level 3. Since it is kind of our main weapon. So yeah, there is that done. So I think next things to do. Do I? Oh, I left that back at the Hedge lab. So yeah, I will go ahead and cut back to right here whenever I go back and grab that stuff. Okay, we are now back with the stuff from the Hedge, so let us go ahead and make yourselves an insect hammer. Are we able to make the, and also the insect axe, fantastic. Allowing us to get the tier 2 of both of these bad boys. Talk about getting upgrades. That axe is on the floor, isn't it? It's not? Okay. It's because it's right there. And I'm just blind. So yeah, so now we have the tier 2 axe and hammer, which is super duper nice. And it means we can do things like this. Cutting down a husky weed, because as you can see, it takes that tier 2. And pachow. Look at all those stems. Now this is the smaller husky weed, so I think it'll just give a normal amount. Yeah, it gives, well actually, so those smaller husky weeds only give 4. Whereas dandelions, which is the tier 1 weed, gives 5. Or 6 rather, sorry. No, yeah, I could actually, what does it cost to make a pallet? Maybe if everything is closer to the house. We have the resources to do that. Are missing sprigs? Are we missing the crude rope, like, actually? Or, like, yeah, like, actually, okay. Let's go get some crude rope and sprigs. I'm not sure why I decided to cut down the clover, but I did. But yeah, so that should be enough of this. What's wrong, Luna? There we go. Whoops. There. On key, there we go. But yeah, so it allows us to store up our weed stems, which is nice. And then there is also a pallet for grass planks, which requires similar things that I also don't have. But I mean, technically, we can get plant fiber there. Dry grass is nearby, but first, we are going to grab our very first milk molar. Which, yeah, I know it takes 4 hits, but as a matter of fact, it always takes 4 hits, interestingly enough. So yeah, so milk molars as I will explain here in a moment, are a special upgrade, essentially, that, so if it is a white milk molar, it is a standard one. Luna. And I will make my way over to an ASL terminal. No. No, get off of the keyboard. But yeah, so the at the ASL terminal you can assign each of them. Oh yeah, my 2 spears. I totally forgot about those. Why is my inventory full? Oh, I see why. You just didn't see anything. There. But yeah, so... Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so anyways, as you can see, you have a bunch of different things that you can do using these milk molars. And so you have a personal one, and then you have a group one, which obviously I'm playing alone, so it's for me as well. But, so for the personal ones, you can increase your max health, stamina, reduce the thirst and hunger drain, increase your healing receive, as well as the max amount of mutations. This is super duper nice. And so we will be saving up for 3. Which, I mean, technically speaking, I do know where 3 are. As a matter of fact, I actually can think of 4 that are pretty accessible just off the top of my head. So yeah, I might... Oh, this is fine. Yeah, I might end up doing that probably next episode. Will kind of just be a molar collecting episode. So yeah, there will be that. There we go. And then let's see if we can... Nice. Just literally... There's that. Okay, so we need to break this. And then come over here and cut down some dry grass chunks. There we go. Ooh, a ladybug. We don't really need to kill any more ladybugs. But, oh, that reminded me. We did get the recipe for the Broodmother BLT. So I guess technically, let's actually, yeah, let's go ahead and kill the ladybug. I will just cut that out, obviously, but yeah. Okay. So, there is the ladybug vanquished. Which means we should now have enough materials to make a Broodmother BLT. So we can do that last fight. Not right now, obviously. Plus also we need an oven, so yeah, we can't even do that until we go to the upper yard, over to the grill. Let's go ahead and pick up all of our pallets. Or all of our grass stacks, rather. And there we go. But yeah, so I think with that, guys, we will go ahead and end this current episode. If you guys ended up enjoying, please make sure to leave a like, consider subscribing, and if there's any improvements you guys can think of, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I do read all your guys' comments, being that there isn't all that many. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!